Hello Year 2, how are you and welcome to today's maths lesson. So in the last two lessons we have looked at the 2 times table and we've also looked at the 5 times table. Now today we're going to be looking at a new times table, which is the 10 times table. Now I know lots of you are very good at your 10 times table. Let's see how you get on in today's lesson. It'd be very useful if you already know your 10 times table. So before we do that, let's look at our flashback to warm up our brains. So here's your flashback for today. It has 4 questions like we normally do. Question number 1, find the sum. So find the total of 22 and 35. Now I'd recommend here doing column addition and you need to decide if you need to exchange or not. Now number 2, one triangle has 3 sides. How many sides do 5 triangles have? So if we know one triangle has 3 sides, how many sides do 5 triangles have? Then number 3, we need to use the less than, the more than, or the equals to sign to compare the 2 multiplication number sentences. So you have 3 multiplied by 2 and 2 multiplied by 3. Then number 4, you need to calculate 75, subtract 10. Now if we subtract a 10, will the ones digit change or will the tens digit change? Okay, you need to decide. Okay, Year 2, pause the video now and have a go at your flashback. Right, let's see how you got on. So find the sum of 22 and 35. Well, I recommended you to use column addition. So here you go. Here's our column addition. Now let's add the ones first. So let's do 2 plus 5, which is 7. Yes. Now, do we need to exchange here? No, we don't, do we? Because 7 is less than 10. We only exchange if it's 10 or more. Okay, let's try the tens now. 2 plus 3 is 5. There you go. So 22 plus 35 equals 57. Now number 2, one triangle has 3 sides. How many sides do 5 triangles have? Well, here are our 5 triangles and they each have 3 sides. So what multiplication number sentence could we write for this? Yes, that's right. We could write 5 multiplied by 2 because there are 5 triangles and they each have 3 sides. Now, we don't know the 3 times table. So we might find it a little bit tricky to work out 5 multiplied by 3. But we can use commutative law because we know the 5 times table. So we can change the numbers round and end up with 3 multiplied by 5. Now, should we count together to work out the answer to this question? Okay, so we need to count up in steps of 5 3 times. Are you ready? 5, 10, 15. There you go. We've counted 3 times and we got to 15. So there are 15 sides in total on these 5 triangles. Okay, number 3, use less than, more than, or equal to compare. So the first one is 3 multiplied by 2 and the second one is 2 multiplied by 3. What do you notice here? Yes, they're the same numbers, they're just switched around, aren't they? So therefore, we can use commutative law and if we know that 3 multiplied by 2, if we know the answer to that, well, that's going to be equal to the answer to 2 multiplied by 3 because we have used commutative law, so therefore they are equal. Now, do you know the answer to 3 multiplied by 2? Should we count together in steps of 2? 3 times. Okay, let's go. 2, 4, 6. Stop, we've counted 3 times, so therefore the answer is 6. 3 multiplied by 2 equals 6. So therefore we also know that 2 multiplied by 3 is also 6. Okay, number 4, calculate 75, subtract 10. Now, when we subtract 10, do we change the ones or the 10? Yes, we change the tens, okay? So we're going to be subtracting 110 from our tens, which will give us 65. Can you see the ones haven't changed? It's still 5, but we have subtracted 110. So we've gone from 7 tens to 6 tens to give us 65. Okay, brilliant. Well done, Year 2. Well done if you got those correct. Let's move on to today's lesson. So here we have some boxes of eggs. Now, how many boxes of eggs do we have? Let's count together. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 5 boxes of eggs. And how many eggs are there in each box? Can you see? Yes, that's right. We've got 10 eggs in each box. So we need to work out how many eggs there are altogether. Now, how many groups did we have? How many groups of eggs? How many boxes? Yes, we had 5. And how many were there in each box? Yes, there were 10 in each box. So we can do 5 multiplied by 10 because we've got 5 eggs boxes and there are 10 eggs in each, which gives us, should we work this one out together? Let's count up in steps of 10, 5 times. Okay, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. There we go, we've counted 5 steps and we got to 50. Now, because of commutative law, what can we do? Yes, we can also change the numbers around to give us 10 multiplied by 5 equals 50. Now, you know your 10 times table and you know your 5 times table, so you should be able to answer both of those multiplication number sentences. Now, would you like to try one yourself now? Here we go. So Dexter has got some 10 pence coins. How many coins has he got? How much is each coin worth? And how much money does he have in total? So can you write 2 multiplication number sentences to represent these pictures? Okay, pause the video now, year 2, and have a go. Okay, so shall we see if you were correct? So how many coins has he got? Yes, he's got 7 coins. And how much is each coin worth? Well, we did this when we learned about money. What is the value of one of these coins? Yes, that's right, it's 10 pence. Each of these coins are 10 pence. There's 7 coins and they're each worth 10 pence. So what multiplication number sentence can we do to work out the answer? Well, there are 7 coins and they are each worth 10 pence. So we can do 7 multiplied by 10, which is 70. Shall we check that answer? Let's count together in steps of 10 7 times. Are you ready? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Stop! We've counted 7 steps. And yes, we got to the answer 70. Now, because we know that, what other multiplication number sentence can we do? Yes, that's right. We can also do 10 multiplied by 7 equals 70. Now, if you saw that question, you might panic because you don't know the 7 times table yet. But that's okay, because remember, you can use commutative law and change it from 10 multiplied by 7 to 7 multiplied by 10, and you will get the same answer. So here we have a bar model. Now remember, a bar model is similar to a part-whole model. The parts go at the bottom and the whole, the answer to the question, goes at the top. So what multiplication number sentences can we write for this bar model? Well, how many parts have we got in this bar model? Yes, that's right. We've got 3 parts. And how many are in each part? Yes, there are 3 parts with 10 in each. So we can write 3 multiplied by 10 is, should we work this one out together again? Right, so let's count up in steps of 10 3 times. Are you ready? 10, 20, 30. Stop! We've counted 3 steps and we got to 30. So well done. Now, what other multiplication number sentence can we write for this bar model if we know that 3 multiplied by 10 equals 30? Yes, that's right. We can also write 10 multiplied by 3 equals 30. So there you go. There's our whole in the yellow part, 30. We've got our parts at the bottom and we've got our whole at the top. Now, if you saw the question 10 multiplied by 3, you might panic a little bit because we don't know the 3 times table yet. But you can use commutative law and change the numbers round to make 3 multiplied by 10, and therefore you'll be able to work out the answer because we know the 10 times table. Okay, I'd like you to have a go at this one on your own. So this one has a lot more parts than the last one. Can you write 2 multiplication number sentences to find out the whole for this bar model? Okay, pause the video now and have a go. Okay, year 2, let's see if you were correct. So how many parts are there? Yes, that's right. There are 9 parts. And how many are in each part? Yes, there are 10 in each part. So we can write 9 multiplied by 10. Now, shall we work together to find out what 9 multiplied by 10 is? Let's count up in steps of 10. Are you ready? 9 times. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. There you go. So 9 multiplied by 10 equals 90. Now, what other multiplication number sentence could we write? Yes, that's right. We could switch the numbers around because we know with commutative law it'll give the same answer and write 10 multiplied by 9 equals 90. Right, what I'd like you to do now is have a go at questions 1 to 3 on the worksheet, which is called Year 2 Maths, 19th of January, Resource 1. And once you finish that, come back to the video, okay? So pause the video now and have a go at your worksheet. Okay, let's carry on with our lesson. So here we have two multiplication number sentences. We have 3 multiplied by 10 and 6 multiplied by 10. Now let's do the first one together. So we are going to do 3 multiplied by 10. So we need to count up in steps of 10 3 times. Are you ready? Let's do this one together. So 20, 30, stop. We've counted up 3 times. And what did we get to? 30. Now here's an array and it has 3 rows with 10 counters in each row. So we can also use this array to work out our answer. And yes, again, it will give you the answer 30. Okay, 6 multiplied by 10. So I'd like you to work this one out on your own. Now, can you use the array that we have for 3 multiplied by 10 to find out the answer to 6 multiplied by 10? Pause the video now and have a think. Okay, year 2. So last time we had 3 multiplied by 10. Well, what is double 3? Remember, to find a double, you have to do 3 plus 3. Yes, that's right, it's 6. So therefore, our answer to 6 multiplied by 10 will be double our answer to 3 multiplied by 10. Okay, so we can use the same array. So there's our array for 3 multiplied by 10, and we can double it, and that will give us 6 multiplied by 10. Now, shall we count up in steps of 10, 6 times together to see if you got the answer right? So, are you ready? 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. There we go. We've counted 6 times and we got to 60, which is if double 3 is 6, then double 30 will be 60. So there you go. You can use the array in the first question to work out the answer to the second question. You just need to double it because double 3 is 6. Okay, and this time we have some missing numbers. We're going to try to do this one without the arrays. So we need to count up in steps of 10 until we get to 80. Should we do this one together? Okay, so let's try. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Stop! We got to 80, and how many steps did we do? Yes, we did 8 steps. Well done. Now the next one is a bit trickier, because it's not going to be the 10 times table. So what can you do to make it easier for yourself? Okay, so pause the video now and have a think. Can you fill in the missing number? Okay, let's see how you got on. So let's do commutative law and change it to something multiplied by 10. That will make it easier for us. So we need to count up in steps of 10 until we get to 20. Are you ready? Let's do this one together again. So 10, 20, stop! We got to 20. And how many steps did we do? Yes, we did 2 steps. So 10 multiplied by 2 equals 20. Now here we have a written question. So there are some children here. Can you see all the children? And each child has 10 sweets. And we want to know how many sweets do they have all together. So can you think of a multiplication number sentence that we could write for this? How many children are there and how many sweets do they have each? Pause the video now and have a think. Okay, year 2. So there are 4 children. So we could do 4, because there are 4 groups basically. 4 multiplied by, yes, 10, because they each have 10 sweets. So 4 multiplied by 10 now. So we need to count up in steps of 10 4 times. So are you ready? Let's do this one together. So 10, 20, 30, 40. Stop, we've counted 4 steps and we got to 40. So we can say 4 multiplied by 10 equals 40. So what else could we do if we know 4 multiplied by 10 equals 40? Yes, we could switch the numbers around to get 10 multiplied by 4 is 40 as well, because this is commutative law. So they have 40 sweets altogether. What I'd like you to do now is have a go at the rest of the questions on the worksheet that you've just been working on. So Year 2 Maths, 19th of January, resource 1, okay? And when you finish, come back to the video.